I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. Fire in the veins, I fight to gain, breaking all the rules to keep me sane.
Hey guys, and welcome to yet another weekly English shooting live stream. Connors didn't just walk into the door.
Nope.
Perfect timing.
Yep.
But of course, I'm joined here with Connors. We have Alex, the voice of God behind
Hello.
technology. It's the standard format. If you're If this is the first time you've joined us, then it's just a general chat about all things shooting, firearms, and news, new products. Well, there's always new products when Connors is involved. But yeah, keep the chat going, keep the flow going. Any topics or questions you want to talk about, put them in the comments section, and we're trying to answer as many as we can. And just a quick reminder, please give it a thumbs up. It does make a huge difference in terms of the analytics for the channel and helping things grow. But yeah, let's get into it. Have you had a nice week, Connors?
No. I'm actually just going to adjust the lights quickly because you're looking very, very white.
I'm looking very... That's...
And also, so you can see what's in front of us.
You can see, oh yeah, so it's our new, the new hotness.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll get onto that in a little bit, but
now hopefully you can see it a bit better.
So we get straight into it. First off, thank you, Stephen, for the donation. So he's asked, have I heard about the constabulary that said to the guy that he needs to keep magazines in his safe? No, I hadn't seen that. We're off to a good start.
Let's not talk about FLDs going beyond their jurisdiction and carry on to another topic, shall we?
But no, we haven't. I mean, we're both in the UK. On the UK PSA forum, I don't actually frequent the forum that often.
I guess it's entirely possible in Northern Ireland, because in Northern Ireland you have extra magazines on your FAC, so
yes.
Maybe if they're out there, that might be why he's been asked to keep them in a safe.
Yes, Stephen, do you happen to know which constabulary it was? Yeah, we've got like interesting stories about Northern Ireland and magazines, although we haven't fallen foul of it.
No, but we know of people who have.
Yeah.
Because we can go out to Nizza and use the club and shoot some guns out there, and people have in the past tried to take some spare magazines with them, so they've got some extra magazines. However, they're politely reminded upon entering Ireland that magazines are a component part of a firearm and therefore need to be on ticket.
So funny enough, you get in more trouble flying into Northern Ireland with a 30-round magazine than you do Chicago or LA.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know where it is. At the end of the day, the job of the FLD is to make sure that guns are kept safe at all times. And, it is better to be safe than sorry. Again, the fact that you can go and mail order any magazine you want, offline, or online even, to anyone's door with or without a licence, sort of makes it a little bit pointless.
Is Northern Ireland the only place in the world where magazines are actually a controlled item?
I don't know, actually.
Because even in Chicago and New York and all that, they're not controlled items, they're just limited in size. You can buy them online still.
Yes.
But there you have to have it on ticket. That's an interesting question.
That is, so Northern Ireland might have the most strict magazine laws in the world.
Potentially.
Potentially.
We don't know.
But yeah, again, it is a bit silly.
We are not experts.
I mean, as you see websites like riflemags.co.uk, they literally have everything and anything magazine related, as well as a few Magload bits as well. So yeah, what else are you guys talking about? Stephen's following on from that actually shows you want them to make more stuff up. You have to comply with. It's not law like medical records. I mean, this is one of the points that sort of comes over and over again in terms of firearms laws here in the UK, is that a lot of the decisions are made off of the guidance, and there's a lot of interpretation, and that's why you do seem to see differences between counties, because FEOs and heads of firearms licensing will interpret the law differently. At the end of the day, they're only human. I don't necessarily put the blame on them for that. I have said for many, many years it would be better if the guidance was clearer, a little bit more sort of straight talking and leaving it less to interpretation. I mean, my own experience sort of with vagueness is on your license, on your FAC, you'll have a condition. And when I had mine for my section 1, it said that you were only allowed to shoot it on ranges or approved courses of fire that had been approved by, I think it was the NRA, UK PSA, NSRA, and maybe a couple of others, or...
That's very specific actually, because you normally see the condition you're supposed to shoot on land or ranges where you have suitable insurance cover in place.
Well,
it's
that
normally
was
not as specific as that.
Yeah, they had that one, and again, it varies. What is put on your FAC will vary between county and county, but they put all that. They had about the adequate insurance. They also had about approved by somebody of sufficient experience. And I ended up asking my FEO on a visit, look, do I have a sufficient experience? And he said, well, that would be for you to prove in a court. You know, it's like, well, I sort of want to avoid it getting that far. You know, can I approve a course of fire with my current level of experience? And he said, again, that's down to your decision. It's like, well, no, I'm asking you because I want to stay on the right side of the law.
The thing is, a lot of firearms licensing departments, they will offer advice if you ask for it, and we are always big supporters of, if you have a question, ask your FLD. No one's going to know any better than they do. However, we've come across certain FLDs which do not want to offer advice, and that's just a shame, because they should be your point of call for any questions you might have.
Stephen Wolf, Manchester tried to get people to keep fired cases as well, as far as I've heard.
That is a national thing.
Yes. Yeah. So that has happened. I'm aware of many counties that they have done that for.
They're not requiring you to, they are asking you to.
But funnily enough, that I can't remember the specific point, but somebody who was pretty clued up on firearms forensics looked up and said that actually it was completely pointless.
Well, with a shotgun at least.
Yes.
The imprint of a chamber on a shotgun cartridge changes every time you clean it, because they're too low pressure to take on a permanent impression of the chamber.
Yeah.
Rifle brass may be, but again, that signature is going to change
over time,
especially as much as we use our guns. You know, it works for a criminal where the gun might have been shot once, and that and that last impression left on the case will match the will match the gun. However, for us,
this was
very unlikely.
You know, more recently there was the UK's deadliest gun, and there was this gun that over the course of like 15 years had been used in like 10 or 15 murders. Now the gun over that period was probably fired no more than 20 times, and if anyone who's into sports shooting, 20 rounds is a warm-up. you know, so you know how many rounds do you think you've put through the Supernova while you've owned it?
100,000.
You know, and over that time
maybe not quite that much, but a lot.
Yeah. But even say a single shot prone rifle shooter, a target rifle shooter,
but they could easily put 100,000 rounds through.
Yeah. You know, they at the end of the day they end up having spare barrels on their licenses because they wear out barrels. If you're wearing out barrels, you're definitely going to be wearing out firing pins and all other areas of the gun.
And that chamber is going to change every few rounds.
So yeah, we have been made aware of that. I think there was an organisation that put out a fairly tongue-in-cheek response, basically saying like this is just a complete waste of time. But again, we're not against helping the police solve crime and things like that.
You know, if I remember while I'm out, I will take a case home. So when my FEO comes over and says, "Have you been doing this?" Go here are some cases. I mean, that's not going to do any harm, is it?
No.
Certainly, if it were to help, let's say you had a cartridge from the last time you went out shooting and your guns got stolen, and it helped track down your gun, then maybe that's helpful. But I mean, it's a very fringe case in which it might be useful.
I think what a lot of people may have misinterpreted it as is that you may be penalised for not doing it, which is, of course, I would not want to see. And a lot of people, you know, as firearms owners, as FAC holders, you're some of the most law-abiding citizens of the UK by definition. Yeah. So, you know, if there's anything that's ambiguous and you want, you know, you're worried about potentially breaking the law, and I think that's why so many people maybe got a little upset about it. Oh my God, I'm going to have to.
Well, no, I can absolutely clarify that as well.
Yeah.
There's a light in the way; we can't see each other. So this all came about actually from Hampshire. It was actually Tony Hill, head of Hampshire's Firearms Licensing's idea. He put it to Felweg in 2019, and Felweg agreed it as an action point to say, yeah, we should probably do this. It sounds like a good idea. Hampshire have already put it in there. But it says in the Felweg notes it's absolutely voluntary. There's no compulsion to do it at all. It's completely voluntary. You don't have to. It's just a useful thing.
I wonder if they've done their research on whether or not it's actually useful. Because, as we say, if the chamber changes every now and again, you'd have to be fairly, fairly ignorant of the firearms.
Yeah,
well, it came from Neighbours originally as well. Yeah. It was a Neighbours request that Tony put in first.
That's interesting. We get loads of useful stuff from Neighbours. Look at all the crimes. Look at all the violence with the Mars and Lee release that have been solved.
I'm going to ask a question of my own right. This stream and the last, lots of people are talking about Offensive Weapons Bill 2.0.
Yes.
Now, I know stuff is in discussion, but what is this? Is this a new bit of legislation trying to be pushed through, or is it just...
I would imagine so. I mean, it's purely speculative at the moment.
No, it's not speculative.
Well,
there is a. It's not the Offensive Weapons Bill 2.0 as it has been coined. There is a firearms consultation happening that was meant to happen before the summer break. It didn't, so it's been pushed back to September, and it's to raise all of the things that came about in the Offensive Weapons Bill that didn't get dealt with. So air rifles, mini rifle exemption, and things like that.
Just for branding, it is the Offensive Weapons Bill 2.0. I have caps and t-shirts on the way.
Yes, you did coin that
patches,
phrase.
Yes. But yeah, so we don't really know much more. I mean, it could just be a case of that they're looking into it. It might be the case that they look into it and decide nothing more needs to be done.
I'd be quite supportive of regular reviews of firearms activity and that sort of stuff, as long as any decisions made from it were logical.
Whoa, calm down on that one. You can't have logic and firearms law in the same sentence, apart from lack thereof. But yeah, again, we talked about it last week. I agree entirely. There should be a complete redo of our firearms law. The issue is that no firearms holder or owner or shooter will actually publicly support that, because we all know if they do any sort of review, we're always going to end up worse off. If maybe organisations like Neighbours and the Home Office were more willing to actually listen to the people within the industry, what the problems actually are, what could actually solve crime or prevent crime, then we'd be more willing to discuss it.
There are ways they could change processes which would actually prevent crime.
Yes.
Certainly in inadvertent mistakes. Like,
yes.
What was the thing about... I forget, never mind.
It's late, it's getting late.
It's late, I've had a bad day.
Have some more Pepsi.
I'll try and remember it. But there's something where it wasn't clear and someone got their RFD revoked for doing something that even the FEO said was okay, but then later wasn't. Or I can't remember what it was now.
No.
We were talking about it last week.
Okay. But Sinner 2004, we are listening to you guys. We're having a merry old chat between ourselves here. But Sinner 2004. Did I say 2005?
You did.
Oh, it's getting late. I need some more Pepsi.
You changed the poor guy's year of birth.
That's his brother. Had an email from Northampton Shooting Ground saying should have my membership interview soon. Can't wait. That's awesome news.
Excellent.
Good to hear. I've never been interviewed for a club, I have to say, for membership. Like you go on like an open day or a guest day or like a new sign up day, which is obviously very themed
most
towards
clubs
it.
are sort of, I guess, interview you when you go for your first day to shoot there on probation. Your probation is your interview. I suppose maybe with COVID, it's more efficient to actually have a proper interview rather than getting people together.
And rather having a load of newbies, random people in the club. Yeah, that's probably a lot safer. It'd be interesting to know, guys, what changes have your clubs made in terms of COVID? Indoor clubs.
They haven't opened.
Well, indoor clubs are allowed to open now.
They're allowed to, but
yeah.
I think quite a few of them might stay closed.
I've been watching the Phoenix shooting range closely from Barnsley. I know I've visited there once before, talked to Glenn fairly regularly, and they are doing a serious amount. And I think he's actually taken, in terms of a business opportunity or running a business, it's like, well, if I'm going to have to make changes or improvements, I'm going to make some changes and improvements. So I'm really excited to see what the finished article is. I think they might even be open back up again, or it's at least very, very soon. So let us know what changes you've seen at your club. We'd be, fortunately we do have a range on site, so we don't tend to go to many other ranges. Why would you when you have one on your doorstep? So
yeah, but if you have one on your doorstep, you'll probably use it more.
Yeah.
This
is the curse of working in the shooting industry. You probably think that all we do is spend every day shooting, and
no, we spend most of our time swearing
at each other.
There's a lot of swearing.
There's a lot of reeing. Jody Mullum, I'm heading down to Nizza next Saturday. It's an open day or visitor day or something. Oh, cool. Well, have fun. Yeah. We like it at Nizza. Again, it's like a fantastic facility. It's quite modern, lots of new space, loads of different ranges. We need to get back out to Nizza at some point. Talking about travelling for shooting, I don't think it's been officially confirmed yet, but it looks, say, more unlikely. I know David does join in the stream, so I haven't seen his name yet. He might be able to confirm this, but unfortunately the Czech Republic has now been put on the quarantine list. There we go.
Yep.
Has been put on the quarantine list. And of course, we were sort of weighing up going out to Prague to shoot. I know there's a lot of people on the stream. Daniel Smerrill for one. Hi Dan, thanks for joining. So it looks maybe more unlikely, but I don't know. Maybe David is going to push ahead if he is here. Please let us know.
He might have a way of like shipping people in the back of a container or something like that. I mean, David's pretty resourceful.
Isn't it usually the other way around?
Yeah, I know, but we want to go shoot guns.
We'll take your migrants. We just want your guns.
Tarek is saying 100% cancelled. He texted him earlier.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Tarek, for letting us know. Yeah, it is a real shame. Daniel Smell going to crack a wine bottle open after the trip is cancelled.
I think Dan has had a bad day.
Yes.
Dan, it's all going to be all right.
It's going to be okay.
We're here for you. Unless you try to call, message or anything like that. But we are here for you.
Or if you want a grip sent to Spartan Refurbishment.
Speed dive.
Which was, Daniel, it was sent today. Alex packed it yesterday and I put it in the post office. It's on its way. Finally, you can stop messaging me.
And the real irony is I actually went to Spartan today as well, so I could have taken it with me.
Did you? So you can just focus all your pestering on Conners with the dial.
Yep, because I will ignore every message you send, and it'll be just like old times.
We love you, really.
Yeah. Kentucky's an interesting one. I mean, we don't know if we're still going. Well, we fully intend to still go to it as long as we can get out there, but there are no flights at the moment, are there?
Well, so American Airlines, which is what the majority of the people's flights are booked on at the moment.
You made Daniel Reed's.
I made Daniel Reed.
Yeah.
Good.
Reed.
So I don't actually know where that comes from. We just do it a lot. So a lot of the people still have that are going on to Kentucky with American shooting trips. Their flights are still booked. So I think we were initially booked with Norwegian, and they cancelled.
Yep.
And then David said there's some BA flights, and BA have now cancelled all flights in October. So American Airlines, I believe, is one of, if not the only airline that still has flights for October. So again, we don't know about that trip. If there is a way that we can get out there, we will be going out there. But I don't know. It's not something that I necessarily want to talk about on the stream because it will lead to deep and dark places. But what is going out on in America is absolutely insane at the moment.
It is and it isn't. Is it not just like status quo for what happens out there now?
Well, yeah, for the past few months. But I mean, I don't know if you saw what happened. I think it's last night or the night before. Go and check like BBC News or go and check some other shooting channels because it is absolutely.
I don't think we should comment on it at all.
No.
Until Donut Operator's made a video, because no one will know the truth until he's made a video.
He's going to have all angles. He's going to forensically examine it.
There's like 10 different angles of it so far, isn't there?
Yeah, and well, that's all that we've seen, and that's just online. But the memes have been on point so far.
Oh yes,
the
Delta Mike.
It was the one that Dan sent me, which was the armed spaghetti. That's the one that got me. I actually stopped what I was doing and lolled.
But actually, I would have argued very quickly because that just goes to show how silly the whole 3-gun thing of 2 hits anywhere on the target is. Because if you've got 2 Delta on that target, it's still coming at you. Because you know that whole 3-gun thing.
Yeah.
Two shots anywhere on the target, it's neutralised. But if you've got 2 Deltas.
Or he only got 1 Delta and he still neutralised it.
Oh, they wouldn't have called it neutralised. He had another hand still.
The threat stopped coming. Sounded like me last night. Oh, it's very late. Well,
it's not. It's 10 to 8. It's not late at all.
It has, but I had a very long day. Actually, and talking about that, that's one of the points on something a bit more positive and cheery.
Yeah, all right, let's do that.
So yesterday I actually spent most of the day...
I thought you make baby jokes. Okay. Not on the stream.
No. I have some serious not safe for life dead baby jokes. We
Moving
have,
swiftly onwards.
yeah, anyway,
The
good news, the good positive, cheery,
Yes.
unicorns and rainbows.
Yes.
So I spent a lot of yesterday down with James Golding, chief, is it chief chef director? No.
Can you honestly not read your own writing? He's obviously a chef, not a chief.
Not a chief. No. No, but what's his full title?
Chef director.
Chef director. That's it. I
He's
thought it was
the
like
chief director.
I thought it was like chief chef. Chef chief.
You shouldn't be allowed to write things down.
I shouldn't. No, I literally just had James Golding, but trying to give a bit of context.
He's the chef director for the Pig Hotels Group.
Yes, chef director for the Pig Hotels. Absolutely, like the guy is so panish. I'm gonna go home. He's so passionate about game.
Where were you going with passionate?
I was trying to say passionate. I need more caffeine. I'm very tired. I had a long day yesterday because I was with James Golding. We were doing a number of new dishes with various game meat and
Pansy partridge with peas, potatoes. Aim to please or something like that.
There's
a lot of peas.
Have you been taking your medication?
No.
So
hang
anyway,
on, what was the title?
so yesterday. So anyway, not only did I spend some time filming with James Golding for some more episodes, the first full episode of James Golding on Game over on Gunroom TV. So go and check that out if you're interested in learning some new recipes. We released it and we were trying to think of a name to describe the dish. Things got a bit silly, and I think what ended up going out, I'm just going to I'm going to go onto Gunroom TV, gunroom.tv if you're interested. Right now, if the internet will work, and we called it Roasted Partridge, Potato and Peas, a game dish to please.
I preferred like the pan-seared bit. There's more peas.
Well, no, yeah, it was pan seed.
I like peas.
Yeah, but it became like a mammoth title because it would have been pan seed.
Because that's not a mammoth title.
And roasted partridge, potatoes and peas, a game dish to please. James Golding on Game.
Well, you can thank our latest addition to the team for that
Yes.
title, because that was Paul Wyborn's idea.
It was a Paul Wyborn special.
Yeah.
Very good. So for those of you, we have talked about Paul before on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
All good things, I hope. But Paul is actually he's the best action air shooter in the country.
Yes, he is.
And
Grandmaster.
One of
the best in the world?
One of the best in the world, yeah. So we're very excited to say that Paul has joined not only the Gunroom TV team, but also the Magload team. So he's working a lot of the time on site here with the various companies. We will get him on a stream at some point because he has an absolute wealth of knowledge and he is absolutely rapid with an action air gun. Like, you blink and you miss. It's absolutely insane. So we will get him on at some point.
Arius is saying he's the second best junior in the world.
And this was, 3 years ago at a world shoot.
No, it wasn't. It was only 2 years ago.
But he's not a junior anymore.
He's not a junior. Well, no,
Yeah.
he only turned 18 this year, didn't he?
Yes. So at the time, second best junior in the world.
Yep.
I'm sure he's going to be sort of going for the top step at the next world shoot. So if you're interested in action air, he's going to teach us a little bit about action air, and we're going to try and get him onto some full bore stuff. Well, I say full bore, but maybe live fire stuff.
We need to put a shotgun in his hand and
Yes.
send him out to a competition.
It should be very interesting.
I think a lot of people could have a reality check when he hits the scene with a shotgun.
But I do have a video plan with him, and he's all up for doing it. I think it would be really interesting is to do sort of a live fire versus action air video, and to see his reaction. I think it was T-Rex Arms did it, where they got a prominent. He wasn't an action air shooter. He was a skirmisher.
He was a CQB top level shooter.
But the thing is, with T-Rex Arms, it's all about it's not about any sport. It's all about defensive and sort of combative scenarios.
But he could do, what's it called, a mill drill or drill?
No, I'm not interested in any
Bill
of the
drill.
mills.
He could do a bill drill faster than anyone's ever seen before.
Yeah.
The first time he picked up a 223.
Yeah.
Having a nice juicy break on the gun did help, but it certainly had all the movements down.
But I think what I have planned is we'll probably go down the range. We'll take down the Wolfer PPQ. We'll get Paul to bring down his action air gear. We'll set up a stage that can be used for both long barrel pistol and for action air. And I just want to get him to run through both of them like no coaching, and literally just see what the natural sort of intuition that he has from action air and how that transfers over to live fire.
The thing is, I'm fairly confident he could shoot a 2.2 almost as rapidly as he shoots his action air gun.
Yeah. There are going to be some like recoil, but then I suppose they are reciprocating themselves, aren't they?
There's not that much recoil in a 2.2 either.
No, so you know, maybe the fear of live bullets might come in. It's a psychological thing.
No, I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't get affected like you do.
It's only because of you. But yeah, we'll do that. So that would, I think, make a really interesting video. Talking of interesting videos, if you're into your gallery rifle, it's something that I certainly want to learn a little bit more about. So we actually had Tom Ellaway come down onto the range. He's a serious gallery rifle shooter. He's part of Team Blue Fieldsports. He's sponsored by Blue Fieldsports for all of his gallery competitions. And he has a fantastic collection of guns. So if any of you have seen the previous videos on the green Ruger Mark IV long barrel pistol, or even...
That's a very nice gun.
It is. Maybe the choice of colour...
As is the Smith & Wesson, that's also very
and
nice.
that's it. So
Tom has a habit of getting some very nice guns.
And he's actually, I'm not going to talk about it, but we are currently entering a project with him.
Oh yeah, we're doing some shit. It's going to be good. Keep an eye out on this channel for more videos, subscribe if you're not. And don't forget to hit like on the stream.
Goodies, I've got him doing it now.
Well, I'm the one who told you to start doing it.
You were. So Tommy's got...
I bet hit like on the stream as well, because otherwise it'd be a bit of a hypocrite.
You would, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be the first time.
No.
So anyway, Tom...
Smash the like button if you want Callum to disappear and this to become the Conners shooting channel.
If this gets 100 likes, I will go home.
Come on guys, you got to do it. 100 likes.
This is when they're like inviting their friends, like, look, I know you don't like guns, get on here now, hit like, disappear. But
28.
Should I like incrementally like move off screen, like every like that comes on? But Tom Ellaway brought down his whole gallery rifle collection and went through every single gun, talked about the different competitions, the different disciplines within gallery, all 30, okay, I'll move over.
32.
Oh, Jesus. And we'll... so we stood there, talked a bit about gallery, he gave me a good introduction to it, and went through all of his guns. So if you want to see those guns again, or just get a general feel of what guns you need to get into gallery, go and check out that video. It only went out about an hour before the stream went live, so maybe one to save for after the stream, because I think people are too busy liking right now to get rid of it. So I should do that. I should do a video where I go, if this video gets 1,000 likes, like I'll give the channel to Conners.
Guys, the bar has been set.
But this is the same thing with Daniel Smarrold. Like, he can shave anything at any time into my beard. I can always do with a second Sony A7 III. The deal is still stands. You buy me another one of those. Well, you buy me that camera,
34.
Daniel.
I'm just loading up some more accounts. Just hang on a second.
No. This is when Alex is like going off to China, like buylikes.com.
Oh, that would be so funny.
No.
It would be so funny.
It's fine, I'll just go home, I'll just put my feet up, have a beer, leave Conners to fend for himself.
Oh yeah, Connor Butters makes a very valid point. Callum didn't put a time limit on that 1,000 likes. It's too late to change it now. I'll start getting ready for my new channel. Should be good.
Well, it will take the heat off for me from Hampshire, so...
Yeah, we're going to be able to shoot some guns.
You won't have any licence. Having your own YouTube channel always brings problems.
Callum's been a bit butthurt when he realised that people like me more than they like him.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Don't say it like that.
It's not true, it's fact.
It's fact.
The likes clearly states 35.
We haven't reached 100 yet.
We're at
What do you mean 30?
Oh, I swear that was at 35 a second ago.
No, he's trying to bump him up. He's
36, there you go.
What?
Yeah. 36.
Stop it.
Keep going.
Right, guys,
Great.
stop liking the video, please.
37.
What is going on?
38.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, dear.
What's that? Callum Callum is an RFD servant. Yes.
Yes.
It might
So
be.
someone was asking how you could be handling the LBPs in the gallery video. Well, actually, you're a servant and Tom's a servant as well.
Yes,
So-
but you don't actually need to be a servant or a firearm certificate holder to handle long barrel pistol, Section 1 shotguns, or actually any gun under Section 1, Section 2, Section 5, Section 7.
There's something for long barrel pistols and Section 1 shotguns.
To shoot.
Oh, to handle. You're right.
So to purely handle. So this is something that I covered.
41.
Oh no. So this is something that I covered when I first, after I restarted the channel. There is actually an exemption within law. I think it's Section 12.1, which is a film and TV exemption, and it's basically what like actors and journalists and TV shows use to be able to handle these guns that would otherwise be prohibitive. You know, because we have
If there's no ammo, no magazines.
yeah, that's it.
Like
So it doesn't cover live ammunition. You can only shoot blanks with the guns.
44.
And basically, so actually under the filming exemption, that's why I actually started the channel back up, because unfortunately I was incorrectly told that I wasn't able to handle firearms. Then I found out about this piece of legislation which would allow me to, and that's what I'd been. That's why prior to becoming an RFD servant, even I was handling LBPs. It's like, so the best example is actually the Glock video. Didn't want that bit then.
I do. I'm going to go get it back. I'm just
So-
sitting there fiddling with it sometimes.
The Caliber Innovations Glock or Glock, not a Glock.
Glock, flock.
It's CIP22.
CIP22 is what they call it.
Basically, if you watch that review video, that was when I wasn't a servant and don't have licenses, but I handle the gun in the video. But then it's actually Alex Florence, who is an RFD servant of Blue, then shoots the gun. So that's how I was able to start the channel back up.
I can see how they get the two of you confused though.
Do we both look very down? Well, they don't call it up syndrome, do they?
He doesn't watch his streams, does he?
He does.
Does he?
I mean, I think his carer puts it on. So anyway, moving swiftly on. Yeah, the firearms law. There's still stuff that we on a regular basis will be like, bloody hell,
46.
I didn't know that was on there. Seriously, stop inviting all your friends, please.
Keep going. We're almost halfway there. Don't forget to like the stream if you want Callum to go home.
100 likes, I'm going home. Like, seriously, you're going to be your own worst enemy. He might look cute and fluffy. Leave him alone for 5 minutes. He will design the shit out of something.
This will get political.
Oh no, no fire, no fire.
Are you ever going to do more clay shooting videos? That's an interesting question.
I had intended to do a lot of clay shooting videos. We actually, on the wall to the right of us, currently have 4 shotguns, and on behind us, 5 shotguns. Some of them are game guns. There's a DT10 there. We've got some Silver Pigeon
The
Sporters.
DT10 is definitely not for sale.
It is for sale.
It's definitely not for sale.
Please buy it before Connors can.
You can't.
He's been eyeing it
Oh,
up for...
that's what I could use. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
DT10.
Anyway, DT11.
No, I prefer the DT10.
So do most people.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we should talk about that. 'Cause it's been a while. I think we did a little bit of a video on it, but never really.
And someone's also asking about Silver Pigeon 687.
I was going to say, is 687 just a Silver Pigeon, or are there lots of 687s?
So the difference between a 686 and a 687 is the grade of wood, effectively. So all Silver Pigeons are 686s. They're the 6.8 action, and there's also a 680 action. But if they're a 687, it's an upgraded, higher version.
If it's that sort of action, you're going to love the gun. They swing great, they shoot great,
Basically,
very reliable.
And I love Berettas, and there's definitely value in spending the extra on the upgraded guns. But in essence, 90% of all Berettas are exactly the same gun. They just either have more engraving, gold inlay, better wood, polished barrels, maybe slight additional features.
Why fix it if it ain't broke, right?
But at the base of it, they are all the same, and that's why I say that get a Silver Pigeon. Like a Silver Pigeon 1 is technically going to shoot as good as a EELL, but we all know we prefer a EELL.
Yeah, they're identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only difference is the side plate.
and the price.
And the side plate's non-functional. It's just pretty. It's just more area to engrave.
Yeah, it's just all aesthetics. But anyway, back to the question. There is actually a clay ground that runs here during the summer months. I think I've made a few videos on there over the previous 2 years, but I was planning to actually go out with the whole range of guns that are here on the wall, because we do have a good selection of all the different Berettas. Because of COVID, there was only about 2 shoots that went on this year, and unfortunately on those days I was busy, so it was just unfortunate timing. But maybe I have been getting that clay pigeon itch. So maybe we should go off to...
Yeah, we haven't done any clay pigeon this year, have we?
No. So
at all. I really enjoyed that last year. But then the club was closed for a period of time.
Yes, and that's it. So perhaps we could go to Spitfire. I love it over at Spitfire, even like the likes of EJ Churchill's or South Downs. You know, we're quite lucky where we are. We have a number of really good grounds.
Well, Spitfire really isn't far away, is it?
I know, it's Stockbridge. It's probably from here, like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Cool. I think we should probably.
Just for the record, Durex Jim, you get banned for saying things like that.
Sorry?
Durex Jim gets banned for saying things like that.
What's that?
Oh,
Browning for the win.
There's a clay ground in bloody Gosport, isn't there?
Yes, of course there is. Yeah, I know about it. I've been there before.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh. We should just go shoot there more often.
I think you need an SGC.
Oh, yeah. Oh. No, I've got clay shooting as a condition on my ticket.
You're going to turn up with your quad loaders and then you see, right, when them clays.
Yeah.
Do you really have clay pigeon shooting on your section 1?
Okay, I don't understand why you look so oblivious. It should be just a matter of fact. If you get a section 1 shotgun put on your FAC, make sure they put the condition on saying the section 1 shotgun can also be used for clay pigeon shooting. Because if you do decide to go to a clay pigeon club and you want to use your gun, they won't let you on there unless you have that condition, or some clubs won't let you on there unless you have that conditioned on your ticket.
But then as an FEO, I would argue you wouldn't use a section 1 for clay pigeon shooting anyway.
Practice. How do you practice for clays and practical shooting unless you can go to a clay ground and practice shooting clays?
Doesn't everyone just have their own clay trap?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah. Hanyan is asking, how do you restrict it for clay? So normally, most clubs are pretty good. They'll just say don't load more than 2 cartridges into the gun.
But the temptation is always too much.
It was 2, then 2, then 2, then 2. You didn't say it to fire them.
Actually, on that note, the NCSC, National Clay Shooting Centre, which is based at Bisley, it's actually owned and operated by the NRA. They were actually really cool with Section 1 shotguns being used. So when I first bought the 1301, I wanted to get as much running in as possible, and I wanted to use it for clays. And I was very sensible about it. Like, if you're going to take a gun that isn't necessarily designed for clay shooting onto a clay ground, like, be courteous about it. Go and chat to the owners or the organisers and just check it's okay. Most of the time, if you do that, they're gonna have no problem, because it shows a level of maturity and sensibility.
Yeah. And
they were like, yeah, cool, no problem. And then towards the end, we've done our round of clays. There's a photo somewhere of me doing it online. And I go and ask the guy, like, look, I actually just want to test, like, I want to do a mag dump. This is a brand new gun. I want to make sure that it's running well. Can I do a mag dump? And he sort of looked around the clay ground and was like, there's no one else out there at the moment. Just go down there, just do your 10 rounds, and that's it. I've got no problem with it. So the NCSC certifies mag dumping.
I wouldn't say that. The thing is I feel like going to a clay ground is very much like going to a driving range. Like, anyone being loud or boisterous or disturbing other people using the facilities are going to be unwanted. So if you're going down there, you're being sensible, you're not mag dumping at clays and things like that. I don't see any reason why a clay ground would have a problem with you. And as a matter of fact, I haven't been to a clay ground yet, but they haven't let me on with my Supernova.
I have heard many stories, but fortunately I've never experienced
50.
That. Oh, Jesus.
We're at the halfway mark, guys. Keep it going.
So.
Drop a like if you want Callum to leave the stream.
Or keep it at 50 if you want Conners to go.
Oh, we're going to need one more like.
No.
There it is, 51. That took no time at all.
Jesus. E-Wolf, possible to do a review of the new Silver Pigeon 3. Yeah, we luckily GMK, the UK importer for Beretta, is just down the road from us, so I'll happily get in contact again. Yeah. I would like to go to a playground with it. Maybe that's the perfect excuse.
Yeah.
Silver Pigeon 1 versus the Silver Pigeon 3, you know, I'm very...
You did do a video on it, didn't you, between the comparison, or did you just do a video introducing the new Silver Pigeon? You did go on TV one?
Well, he says Silver Pigeon 3, I don't think, like...
No, it was literally... No, the new Silver Pigeon 3 was literally released today.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and don't anyone ask me to tell them what one Silver Pigeon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is. They're all... It doesn't make any sense.
It's wooden engraving, definitely, 100%.
No, it makes no sense.
Yeah, because Beretta have been putting out all these things. New Predator is coming.
And a Silver Pigeon.
Silver Pigeon, yeah.
Okay, that was overhyped.
I actually don't think it is. I think there is something else coming, and I think it's probably going to be a wildfowl gun.
Ooh.
For the American markets, it's going to be.
Okay, but it'd be cool if there's another practical gun, right?
It's not going to be practical.
What if Beretta?
Well, the thing is, you say that a wildfowl gun, yeah. The Supernova is a wildfowling gun.
What if Beretta brings out the Beretta equivalent of the Supernova?
I might be tempted.
We will definitely get one in very quickly.
Well, I've always said, like, I love the quality of a Beretta 1301 because Benelli is very agricultural. It's stamped, cast parts, and that sort of thing. Whereas in the Beretta, it's all finely polished machine. Everything fits together really nicely. They're beautiful to work on, but Benelli's just chug along and never stop working no matter what you do to them. So
yeah, that's it. I've had a real confliction, you know, with the M2 and the 1301. Every time I pick up a 1301, it just feels nice.
It's because it's a short stock and it's a short gun, and the action is shorter as well.
No, I mean it's like on the comp.
Oh, and
it's the checkering.
The checkering of the, but then you lose that on the 1301 Comp Pro,
and it feels
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I still, like, there are improvements on the new Pro, but, like, some things they just shouldn't have fucked with. Like,
well, the thing is,
you know,
the two improvements you want, you can retrofit to your old gun, and then the other improvement is the, well, no, they've got the long sight bead, which is something you could again fit yourself if you really wanted one. And then they've got the kick-off stock, which
that you absolutely love. You love the kick-off stock.
One is not actually a kick-off stock because the kick-off system isn't in there, and two is horrible for quad loading because the front grip is covered in rubber, so it catches your quads as you go past.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
John Jennings, one of our shooters, has actually just cut the handguard off.
Well, he's not just one of our shooters. He's the first Beretta.
Oh, he's the Beretta sponsored shooter.
Yes,
yeah,
but he's the first Beretta practical sponsored shooter. And sort of just like Jerry Michalak with the Mossberg, he's changed it completely. And this is what is just so, you know, you use these, you know, you partner with these people. Yeah. You're partnering with them because of their expertise, because of the accolades they have in the sport.
What's to say that they're not listening? Because they didn't. Well be. They didn't then, but times have changed.
But he was involved in the development.
He wasn't involved in the development. So what happened is at the last Shotgun World shoot, Beretta went round to a number of shooters shooting 1301s and took photos of their guns and asked people why they did it. Mm-hmm. They didn't necessarily involve them in development as much as just tried to steal their ideas and then didn't bother.
So they saw loads of opened up ports, loads of cut fore ends, loads of enlarge this and enlarge that, and
so
decided.
They left the receiver exactly the same as the previous one.
Yeah, the 1301. I remember when it first came down.
Oh, here. Dan makes a really good point. So we know we were talking about the 1301 being really short.
Yeah,
it can't be so short that Callum confuses it with a bullpup.
Come on, 100 likes. 100 likes, come on.
We're at 59.
It's probably the most liked one ever, you bastards.
The thing is, there's 59 likes, but only 53 people watching.
People are literally just dropping in to hit the like button, aren't they?
So they should.
Oh, God.
We're going to rename it Conners Shooting. That's going to be great.
No.
Hanyan was also saying, because we didn't answer him last week, and I think I remember this, reasonable number of shell holders to have for PSG. So this is a question we get a lot as part of Magload, and you get a lot as part of English Shooting. The most number of rounds you need for a stage is 28, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to need 28 rounds to complete a stage. On a long stage like that, you'll be able to start loading from a box. So you only really need 20 rounds for a stage. However, if you walk onto a stage with just 20 rounds, you haven't got any spare cartridges for misses, dropping someone on the floor, and all that kind of stuff. I would say you want to run at least a 28. Pardon me. A lot of people will run a 28 and a 12 or two 20s. It's basically some variation on 40-ish rounds. So really, your full loadout should have about 40-ish rounds if you want to cover all your bases with the left and right hand loading and that sort of stuff. But you can get away with just 20 on the belt. You will struggle on some longer stages though if you do go as low as that. I saw an interesting picture just pop up, so do you want to talk about that?
You can bring it into the conversation if you want.
Okay, I don't think Alex would appreciate it.
I just thank you, Arius. I've just been made aware of a spelling error in my gallery video. You wouldn't believe the amount of things I put that in before it goes into the title and gets released. And
What was that?
Oh, it's like leaning is a word, isn't it?
What? Leaning?
Yeah, so it was leaning about gallery rifle shooting.
Oh, instead of learning?
Instead of learning, because I went full dyslexic. But I've just changed it, so that's fine. Good job I didn't share that about. Has anyone actually commented on that? About that?
60.
No, not 60 likes. Don't do it. I like the live streams. Don't make me go home. Yeah, no one picked up on it, so that's okay. People probably aren't.
Arius likes picking up on your mistakes and then saying not bad for He's gone now, so we have to stop taking the piss out of him.
There's a question in there from KP about joining shooting clubs or doing the NRA probationary course.
Oh yeah,
he's asked it a few times.
Okay, so is the NRA course worth doing? So if you ask me if the NRA, no, hang on a second. If you ask me if the NRA course is worth doing for practical shooting, absolutely not, because it's way overpriced, way too long, and you don't actually do any practical shotgun, which is going to be your main discipline in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
For a newbie, if you've got time and money to burn, sure, go and do it. It gets you some trigger time.
All experience is good experience.
All experience is good experience. However, it is very expensive, it's very long, and the tuition is questionable. Not all the time. They have some excellent coaches up there, but you're not always being taught by the excellent coaches. Sometimes you're being taught by non-excellent coaches.
I think he's also asking more widely as well, so don't forget there's many other disciplines they do their courses in.
So my best advice to you is go to a club, because most clubs will have some sort of induction for new shooters. There will be people there who will be more than willing to help you. Some people who may be a little too willing to help you, you need to tell them to fuck off. But there is an abundance of help in the shooting community. Just find a club you like, join up there, and people will walk you through whatever you want to learn.
But this is the thing that it just has baffled me about the NRA from day one, right?
63.
Oh, Jesus. So you say, their courses, at one point for an adult, it would cost you something like £500 to be able to get your FAC through the NRA, which I'm like, they're the National Rifle Association, they're like the national governing body for target sports.
Well, the thing
and
is,
they're making it hundreds of pounds.
It's 500 quid for 5 days. Right?
Yeah.
If you look at it that way, it's actually fairly good value.
It is
what you're getting out of the course.
But basically, if you don't go and join any other club and you want to go through the NRA for your FAC, it will cost you hundreds of pounds. However, you join a club like KFC, which is like £40-50 a year. They give you free training, free range experience, free guns. You have to pay for your maybe range fees and ammunition, but you're talking pennies in comparison. And then
we've got an echo on the screen.
No, I just you just need to reset your thing. Who was that?
Just refresh.
Manu Command 101.
Everyone's saying it.
Oh, okay.
It's the mic on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you join KFC, £40-50. They give you all the training, and they're an NRA affiliated club.
They're an NRA affiliated club.
So then you can become
UK PSA affiliated club, and they have a UK PSA in-house instructor. I wasn't necessarily going there, but they have all of the training and all the facilities. Cost you £50 a year, and you get your club membership.
Bloke, isn't it?
Oh, I need to find that meme that someone made about people who don't win but teach classes.
God, yes. I can't do it myself, but I will teach you. Anyway, so basically, like, you go through the club route. You don't do the for me. Like, I'm not saying it's not a bad. I'm saying it's a bad route. It's just doesn't seem very efficient. Go through a club like KFC, and then you become a full member of KFC. You can then automatically join the NRA
and shoot on all the ranges.
Shoot on all the ranges. KFC will give you your safe shooty card.
They should definitely change the name to safe shooty card.
No, it should be your shooty card.
The shooty card. Because most people are.
Yes, definitely. But anyway, so again, it depends how much money you have. It depends how much experience you want to get. I mean, at the end of the day, I've found it very beneficial over the time. It's like, you know, I started practical shooting, practical shotgun at Phoenix, and Phoenix has a very weird, twisted view of rules. It's somewhere in between NRA and the UK, IPSC.
Oh, you're talking about Phoenix down
Slimford. Yeah, right, and then some other just random rules in there to boot.
So Ron, the guy who runs it, he's got a mix of his own interpretations of the rules and actually requirements from the land of what they can shoot and when they can shoot. Yeah. So he did have some funny round restrictions to make sure there wasn't too much banging going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, but actually I find that quite beneficial because yes, you need to, like with IPSC, you need to know the rule book backwards. But if you're experiencing all these different interpretations and all these different styles, you're going to have like different stage setups. You're going to have, you know, you're going to have to constantly be thinking differently, which is what you end up doing in IPSC anyway. Two competitions should never be the same, or two different competitions should never be the same. There will be different challenges within the same rule book, but it's like you go to Dartford, the stages there will be completely different to Carlisle.
Yeah.
And you have to adapt. So actually, you know, if you,
bad example because they're both fairly similar, but you're right in what you're saying.
Yes. So you know, going from, you know, I used to shoot. I used to shoot with KFC down on Butt Zero, which was a very different setup to how it was over at Phoenix. And then I've done some, you know, other matches around, you know, the country, you know, like down at Seven Side, and again that's a completely different range and completely different setup.
Well,
so
hopefully KFC is going to have a forever home soon enough, so we'll tell you more about that when we know more. Let's move on because someone was asking, apart from does KFC give you free chicken? They don't, but feel free to meet up with some of the other club members from KFC after KFC.
That should definitely be a thing.
Yeah, someone was asking, would a 20-year-old 687 still be reliable?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely, no reason why not.
I literally think there is a 20-year-old or even an older 30-year-old.
It's that one there, I think.
There, that's mine.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks pretty old and beaten up.
How old is it now? I got it when I was 21, so it's 8
3 years old.
The one just to the left is a really nice one. I don't know if it's in shot.
No, none of them are in shot.
The one
but behind us?
to the left of your head.
That one.
That one there is in 1986.
1986.
So that's 1986, and
Go
from
on,
here,
math.
1986. Well, it's going to be like 34 years.
Oh, but not 66 likes. We're 2/3 of the way there, people. Keep it going.
Yes, this is why I recommend to people going for the Silver Pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a first-time gun, you know, they're now like £1,700-1,900 for a. It depends if you go for a field or a sporter. I would recommend going for a sporter because then they are bigger, chunkier guns. You're going to get more life out of them. But that's a game gun behind us. The Beretta, just like the 686 is like the Porsche 911, right? You get very subtle changes and adaptations, and sometimes they make it a bit worse, sometimes they make it a bit better.
Very much a fanboy speaking right now.
But you end up getting, like, they nailed the recipe, and now they're just, you know, they modernise it. They put a few, it's like the difference between rolled engraving and laser engraving.
Beretta is a good, solid, reliable gun,
Yes.
and it's not too heavy, so if it doesn't work, you don't have to hit them with it. Whereas with the Browning,
Heavy is good.
With the Browning, you have the option of hitting them with it because you have the weight there to go with the gun. But no, it's a nice, it's a very typical Italian gun. It's very slim, little agricultural in places and the way things are machined, but it's very Italian.
I just don't think you can go wrong. And also, in terms of money, you're never going to lose any money on it, right? Mine second hand is probably worth now on the second hand market more than what I paid for it, and that's only in like 8 years, like 8-9 years. You know, it's a good thing to put money into. It's a gun that hopefully at some point I'll be able to pass down to my children and potentially them to their children.
No, you're not going to be allowed to have children.
What was that about the dead baby jokes?
No.
Carl, you're still waiting for a response from KFC. Go onto their website, mate.
Yeah, bear in mind that the KFCs don't accept membership applications via email. As we said on the stream before, go on their website and fill out the member application form there.
Mm-hmm.
They will be processed in batches, so if you just miss one batch, you might be waiting a couple of weeks for the next batch, but they do get processed from there. So please go and do that.
You'll be pleased to know Carl will be gracing us with his presence on Saturday.
Excellent.
So we're looking forward to it.
This is the Carl that you let down when he came down to shoot with us at KFC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry, Carl.
You let him down.
I did.
Big time.
He
didn't say it, but he was very upset with you. Anyway.
68.
68! Keep it going.
But yeah, so we. I don't know if Carl will want it filmed. Please let me know if you would or wouldn't. Well, we could talk about it on the day. But of course, Carl has been a big supporter of the channel over the previous few months. Actually, one of the main reasons that I have the Sony A7 III. So the reason the videos have increased in quality has in no small part been down to Carl. So it's the sort of a small thing that I could do to repay the favour is getting him out on the range and getting some shooty pew pew.
He needs to have a shooty card to be able to do that.
I'll sign him.
Yeah.
No, yes, yeah, I can make something up.
You are a KFC official.
Yeah, but I need to then talk to the NRA to get it signed off.
I don't know if you do.
Do you not?
I think they just send a list in and they just print out safe shooter cards. Yeah.
Okay.
Should we
got on that.
Should we talk? Well, Gun Owners Association says they may have pressed like on more than one account. Thank you very much, buddy.
It's fine. Keep us fed with biltong. I'll forgive you.
That venison biltong was incredible. It lasted about a day and a half.
You will notice we don't have the chopping board from last week and the incredibly nice Marmaduke knife. That's because we ate all the biltong in
about a day and a half.
Yeah.
It was gone.
It was a lot of biltong.
We'd started it on the stream. Alex had taken like a piece or two, and then we'd polished off the rest by the middle of the next day. So that was that.
Yeah.
When's the Lantac Magwell coming out? As soon as we can get to take some pictures of it for the website, but currently the studio is out of action.
What? Don't look at me. My kids are very important.
They're not as important as Lantac, damn it.
Alex sweats every time you say it.
Please just stop saying that word.
Lantac,
No.
Paul, Oglesby.
No.
Still censored.
He's not the boogeyman. He's a very, very nice chap.
He's not the Messiah.
Okay, Dan, we didn't launch it last week. We announced it last week. They are here. They are ready. We have Raven and SF-15 Magwells. They will be going up on the website as soon as we've got the photos done. Basically, we have a huge list of stuff. We've been on a bit of a product development binge recently. And
this is what happens when you quarantine Conners. If you lock him in a room for a prolonged period of time, you'll open the door and just new products. Well, I literally can't take the photos fast enough.
Yeah,
where's the new photos? I was only taking photos yesterday. Oh, you got more? Here's some more stuff. Where the fuck did this come from?
There literally is like a pile. There is a pile of things awaiting photos at the moment.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about these quickly?
Well, we will.
Okay, cool.
There is one thing because I've just checked. It has been released on their website.
Oh yeah.
Completely out of the blue. I hadn't been in contact with them apart from discussing future Magload projects. But I received a. Oh, no, won't show that.
It's been in shot this entire time. You realise that, right?
Oh dear. We're gonna get burgled.
We're gonna get sticky.
It's fine. I don't live here.
My stickers are sticky.
Oh, this sticker is actually sticky. So I received this today, and as you can probably see from the back, it is from Sticky Bolt. So this is only being launched or dropped this evening. Any Full Metal Jacket fans out there will probably be very interested in this. So they're now doing some Warface full metal jacket targets. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to have to go on the range and shoot them. But of course, it being sticky bolt, just a little note basically saying, please don't show this until we've released it. But they have. I've just checked. It's on the website. But we've got some full metal jacket themed stickers for you all. If you can see
I like that one a lot.
It's shiny.
Is that the holographic one?
It's shiny. And then I've got this name badge.
Oh wow, that's not even holographic. That's a really nice finish on that.
It is. There was a raised one, a 3D one, and I couldn't wait to stick it on the tool chest. So you'll see that. Like literally, I was just sat there and I just peeled it and stuck it. I was like, oh, I was going to show that on the stream tonight. But you'll see it in the back of future videos, probably with a couple of these as well. And I love, this is probably my favourite one out of them. So this is blank rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I've got to find a nice spot for that at some point. So yeah, go and check out Sticky Bolt. They make awesome stuff, including the Magload Nexus Pro sticker as well, which I've just noticed is actually on their website.
Woo!
And we do have plans for
are we doing that with the other sticker?
Well, you said to wait.
Oh.
But we don't have to wait.
Don't wait. Let's do it. What are we waiting for?
You to say yes.
Okay, yes.
I talked about it. You're like, maybe we'll wait till next month. Okay. Basically, there's going to be one of my previous sort of favourite stickers from Sticky Bolt was the MMP 1522 specific sticker, because usually people don't make stickers on that, so those sorts of guns. But because it's so popular here, UK-based company, they made one, and we liked it so much that we've asked for the racker, the person that runs Sticky Bolt, to make a Magload themed.
69.
Giddy. So basically, there will be a Magloaded 1522 Sticky Bolt sticker.
Have we decided what colour the parts can do? Yeah, is it going to be yellow? Is it going to be like that with the handguard as well?
Oh, there's going to be the handguard on it as well. That's what we were waiting for as well. I need to get a full picture of the new handguard on the gun.
But we've got the cut one.
Yes.
Just take photos of that one.
Yes. But our studio's out of action.
Yeah, we don't have a studio. Yeah.
But anyway.
You never had a studio. I have a studio that you use.
No, you had a garage.
That is true. I had a garage, and no, I don't. Yes.
Yeah, someone kept parking an Audi in my studio. It was very inconvenient. But no, so that will be coming out soon. I mean, the original Magload Nexus Pro stickers, they were like super like quick turnaround time. So if you're watching this, you have a shooting company across the world, anywhere based, and you want some custom made stickers, go and hit up Sticky Bolt, because it's
not really high quality, really fast turnaround, and pretty reasonable prices too.
Pretty reasonable prices, but also it's not just the making of the stickers. They will design them. Yeah. You say, this is something roughly what I want, and boff, it appears. So go and check them out. And if you're interested in any of this cool stuff or these cool stickers, then go and check out Sticky Bolt as well. We've got to support our UK-based companies, that's for sure.
Yeah, guys, don't forget, if you want Callum to never appear on a stream again, keep hitting
I didn't say that.
And get this up to 100 likes on this stream.
I said I would go home.
But it's 1,000 likes on this video over any period of time for him to retire, and we rename the channel Conners Shooting.
This is when, in 5 years' time, like English Shooting has 1 million subscribers. I can only dream. And then this video just gets replayed, and then I lose it all.
Yep.
Story.
And it becomes mine.
Trust me, it's more hassle than it's worth.
Well, it's been mine all along. You just didn't know it.
I still remember a live stream a few weeks ago when Boris Johnson joined the stream.
Yeah, someone called Boris Johnson joined the stream. Apparently, someone called the Home Office joined the stream or something. Someone said something like that. Anyway, I didn't see it.
Oh, the Home Office is in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I talk about my stuff now?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah. It's been long enough.
All right.
We got some more Magload goodies.
So last week we showed you guys preliminary look at our belt clips that we've been designing since the drought of Hopner and Truman is upon us. So yeah, they're done. They are done and they are in production. They will be launching imminently.
As soon as I can take photos.
As soon as you can take photos. So there's quite a collection of bits and pieces here. There is this fixed clip which just bolts onto your belt using that metal strap at the back there. Designed for 40mm belts, which everyone runs, except Alex, of course.
Yeah, he's more of a 3-inch man.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we're not going to argue about metric and imperial here, but the fixed one is an economical. They're going to be 10 quid, so cheaper than a Tech Lock, and with the same hole spacing, but a single line of it.
You can't really see it.
You can't really see it.
So
yeah, fuck off.
turn it like. You're not very good. When you have this channel as yours, you're going to have to learn how to do it properly.
I'll pay someone else to do it.
So you can see there, it's secured by a laser cut metal strap.
Yeah.
And
stainless steel. It's all marine grade stainless steel, the metal parts.
So of course with a holster, you don't want to be moving the holster about. You do want something that is going to be fixed in the same place. You want that muscle memory. So this is my belt, my 3-gun belt, pistol belt, whatever belt. So I've put the holster on there so that it's fixed in place. But of course with 3-gun, depending on the stage that you're doing, you're going to want to change out.
You move stuff around, so you got this thing, you just press that button there and it comes off, and then you just take this one and you just go click like this. Listen. It's really good. Click.
So there we go, you can see on there, this is actually the largest mounting plate that Conners has designed.
This is because I know a lot of people have things mounted, like 2 things mounted at once to one clip. So if you've got a 2V loader set up, you can mount it to this, which has the exact same.
Well, just leave it there a sec. So what Conners is doing there is on the bottom, you have this little clip, and you literally just pinch it up, and then it will slide straight off. And it's once it's in place, there is no slop on this. It's absolutely solid on there.
So the one thing I noticed with lots of other quick release systems is they all have some play. So I've used a little trick that I actually learned from a documentary on Russian tanks to take out the slop on the fixings here. But yes, there's going to be three types of clip for this quick releasey type thing. We've got this single row clip, which has got 2 holes on it. We've got this what I'm calling the double clip.
Well, on this one here, we have a single clip because so it's
that's a single clip
attached onto the mag pouch. And again, you can take that off, and let's say for a stage, although this is configured in a right-hand loader, let's just say you want to put a left-hand loader in that place. It's that simple.
We've got the double, which is essentially 2 rows of the fixed one, if I'm making sense. There's 2 extra holes here should you want to use them. There was space for it, so I did, because who doesn't want more mounting options? And then the triple, which is obviously the full Tech Lock size thing for anyone who wants to run some sort of double caddy.
And that is like the exact same spacing as a
Tech Lock. But the one thing that I've always absolutely hated about Tech Locks is that when you're doing things up, the nut on the back spins. There is a certain technique of putting the bolt on one side and the nut on the other, and putting a rubber washer here, and it all works. You just get a nut here and you pop it in there, and that's it. Never spins. You can do it up as tight as you need to. Put some thread lock on it if you want. You don't have to, but it's all good.
And one of the questions that we seem to get a lot at Magload is, whilst Velcro is supplied with every single loader, because the Nexus system was fundamentally designed for IPSC shotgun, a lot of people say, can you Can you mount a Tech Lock to it? Can you mount an ELS clip to it? Can you mount a Safariland clip to it? Or can you even mount the new Magload clips to them?
Do your Magload clips fit your Magload loaders?
Maybe. Well, there it is. There's one on the back of it there, and that's actually was the main driver for you developing this, because so many people like...
Yeah, well, basically with not being able to get Hopper and Schumann Tech Locks in anymore, which were our preferred version of it.
But also with the release of the Nexus Pro 8, this thing is really well suited for 3-gun as well. And a lot more people are wanting to be able to mount them with these solutions, with not being able to get the H&S. Well, why not just design your own, and then you have an endless supply of them?
That's the thing. Is like I'm sitting here wondering whatever am I going to do about not being able to get any Hopper and Schumann holsters. Well, I'll just make my own. Actually, that was a really easy solution to that problem. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. I never liked any of the quick release systems that are out there. I thought they just took up too much space on your belt. So I designed something really nice, slim, low profile. Everything in this range is the same form factor.
That's it. So you've got your fixed one there, and that's what so obviously the fixed ones already has all the holes in it, and the quick detach is slightly thicker because you need the mechanism for the quick detach, but still with
these things are super low profile, by the way.
Yes.
Very, very thin.
If I get it in the right way.
Yep.
But there we go, and that's what you're talking about in terms of profile, like not actually that much thicker than the belt itself.
Yep.
So you're not going to have things where you can see sort of the side-on profile there of the mag pouch. So that's the system that I'm now going to be using.
Because it's awesome.
Because it is awesome. You know, you can put a number of the quick detaches along the belt, and then you're not having to shimmy stuff around and clips. You just make sure all of your kit has the right plate on it.
And of course, we're selling the 3 sizes of clips separately as well as with bases, so you can buy as many clips as you need for your bits of kit.
You could just buy one quick detached like thing like that,
and have loads of clips with loads of bits of gear on it, whatever you need. I mean, people mount all sorts of weird and wonderful things to their belts. What is it that Dan gave you? Was it a beer bottle holster?
Yes.
Yeah. The beer bottle holster is going on a quick detach thingamabob. I'm going to have to do like a quick detach can bottle opener as well. So you can click your loaders off.
Breech flag holder.
Yeah, you need a breech flag holder.
Can you do like a
You need a breech flag holder for sure.
So Daniel.
But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about that stuff. Is it boring? Is it interesting? I don't even know anymore.
Well, no one really wants to know the inner workings of your mind. That's
Dan's actually asking if it's going to come with a drop mount.
Watch this space.
Yeah, I can do a drop mount. It's fine. It's easy.
1, it's damn expensive. 2, you couldn't use it on steel, and 3, it's not usable for game. Someone talking about 5.7 by 23 caliber rifle. It's a very sort of particular caliber. That's certainly not something that's too commonly to get hold of. Or saying that in terms of not particularly common calibers, we do currently have a 375 Holland rifle.
I'm not shooting it.
Which at some point I have the brave task of shooting and making a video with. This is for one of our customers of Gunroom TV. So that will be fun. I've only just about recovered after Paul from the World Gun Owners Association's 70 or 65 gram loads. Seriously did put something out.
That was painful.
But I shot about 3 times as much as you did.
Yeah, I have to save my shoulder because you
can't lose that action, right?
No.
Well, yeah, you're a pumper.
You know who can't do that anymore?
Yeah, his arm spaghetti. But yeah,
donate for Callum's shoulder surgery. But if you don't want Callum on the stream anymore.
We're not going to do it.
We're at 72. Come on.
No, we're not going to do it.
15 minutes for 18 likes. We can do this.
No, it's not happening.
We can
Go
do
away.
this.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving my own stream. You can't make me. Connors can make me.
I can make
It's the power of the beard.
He's very ticklish. 71? Hang on, wait, did it just go down?
It went down. Woohoo, someone loves me.
No, it's gone back up to 72.
Oh God, no. But yeah, we do have a few other bits. Don't forget 73. As well. Jesus. What is the point? What is the point of me doing this channel if all of you guys just want to get me off of it all the time?
You're a bit shit.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm so shit. But you're stuck with me unless we hit 100 likes.
17 more likes, people. We can do this.
Anyway, because I'm so nice to you guys for some reason, there is a giveaway currently on the English Shooting Facebook page.
I was going to say, wasn't it about time for a giveaway?
Well, yeah, keep up. We announced it last week. I think I'm going to draw it maybe over the weekend. So it's the Slate Black Industries rail covers and the stock. Decent bits of kit. Personally, I think the rail scales are a lot better, but the rail scales are like 3-4 times the price, so you get what you pay for really. If you want to win those, then head over to the English Shooting Facebook page. All you have to do is make sure you've liked the Facebook page and share the post. I know there's going to be a load of people now going, I don't have Facebook. Like, oh, why are you doing it on Facebook? It really is just the easiest way to do it, unfortunately, to run giveaways. So, you know, that's why we do it. Like all of the competitions on Magload, even Gunroom TV and Blue Fieldsports are all done on Facebook because it's just the easiest platform to be able to do it on, unfortunately. But go and check that out.
Manky Man's actually asked this question a few times in here, and Dan started giving him advice, so I best jump in here.
Yeah.
Any tips for a steel challenge competition? Like, apart from all the usual stuff as practice and all that kind of stuff, the one thing I'm going to say that really matters in steel challenge, apart from slow is fast and all that kind of thing, is there is a cadence, there is a rhythm, a speed that you shoot at which is natural to you, and it's not to do with anything anyone else does. There is a rhythm and a cadence that you will shoot at that works for just you and you alone. That means you can glide from target to target pulling the trigger. You need to shoot enough that you find your own cadence, you find a rhythm, you get that clip, and you train that so you don't forget what that rhythm is.
And funnily enough, whilst I tend to do it with many different optics and many different guns, I've found this over the last summer where I've spent so much time on the plate rack, and it's like it just becomes more and more natural to do, and you sort of know, like
you know where the plates are.
Yeah, you don't even aim; you just hold it steady, and you just know when to pull the trigger.
And that's what the cadence is. It's the mixture of movement and pulling that trigger and knowing that you're over the target every time.
Yeah. Apart from when people put a load of no shoots behind the steel plates.
That was funny.
I was having such a bad day.
It was hilarious.
And then it all went to shit on that stage. But anyway, talking about all going to shit, so we have talked about this before in terms of the website, but it has finally happened. PayPal have pulled the Magload account, but not to fear, because we saw this coming, and have already switched to another provider and already had that in place.
We did it a couple of weeks ago.
And actually, anyone that has bought from Magload in the recent couple of weeks, you probably have used the card provider, because from going from 100% PayPal, over the last few weeks that we've had the Barclay integration,
10% PayPal.
Yeah,
if that.
You know, it's been an instant switch. Like, actually, not many people like using PayPal. Like, personally,
and actually, we like it if you don't use PayPal.
Yeah, less fees.
Yeah, we get absolutely bent over a barrel. I wasn't going to say that, but we get bent over a barrel.
They do. They rape you financially.
They do. They take a lot of your money.
They don't even ask you to bite the pillow. They just go straight in. Dry.
And other website changes. We've recently finished working out a deal with DPD.
Yep.
So we are going to move away from Royal Mail for all of our deliveries, mainly because of the quality of service you get with DPD.
Or the lack of with
Royal Mail.
To be fair,
there's nothing wrong with Royal Mail, but when it goes wrong, there is almost no way to fix it.
And also it's the, sort of the pain. Like their systems aren't as nice, let's just say, as DPD, and yeah, they, you know, if something goes missing, it's like we've still got a delivery coming back from Hawaii, which was like well over a month ago now.
Yeah,
you know,
so switching to DPD is a massive boost in quality of service, and for Magload, I pride myself on giving you the best I can give you. Royal Mail wasn't the best I could give you, so
that's what you told me last night.
We've gone with DPD. You are going to see a price increase of about £2.
Few quid, depending on where you are in the world.
Yeah, there's a price increase of about £2 on UK shipping for UK. I'm sorry if it's too much. Please let me know your feedback on that, but we can't handle dealing with Royal Mail anymore. We want to give you a quality service. You get your 1 hour predict on your phone.
Well, that's it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we're customers of people that use DPD as well. And DPD, you know, they let you know the night before, they let you know the morning, you can change your time slot, they give you updates.
It's just a better company all around.
You can phone up and actually talk to someone.
Oh, and because this isn't like through a partner like Parcel Monkey, this is a direct relationship with DPD. We have a personal account manager, so if you have a problem with a parcel, I have a direct phone line to someone who will personally track down and make sure your parcel gets delivered. So yeah, super happy with them. But yeah, for those of you just joining us, remember, hit the like button. If we get to 100 likes, Callum will leave the stream.
And you only have maybe about
9 minutes for 14 likes. Please, guys, we can do this.
No. I'm going to win the stream on some bad news, or certainly
It's
maybe...
not, it's actually 24 likes, isn't it?
Oh, dear.
My maths is terrible. It's almost as bad as my ability to use a ruler.
Yes.
And your ability to use
count
something
breach
else.
flags.
To count breach flags. Oh my
One
God.
breach flag, one breach flag. So, interestingly, we were talking last week, or maybe even the week before, about the NSRA survey, and they have released some preliminary results.
Which is very surprising.
They have seemed to get on board with this new technology, these computer thingamabobs, and the interweb.
Do you want to preface this a little bit before you go into that?
Well, basically, the NSRA have sort of held their hands up and gone like, look, we haven't been maybe the most forward-thinking organisation out there. We know that we haven't maybe got the best reputation for embracing new disciplines, new technologies, new ways of doing things. Sorry?
77.
Oh, jeez. I haven't got much time. Quick. And basically, they put out this quite extensive survey to ask current members, previous members, and even non-members what is important to them, what things they think they could be doing better, also a bit about the person doing the survey, what they're interested in, to give themselves like a good idea of where they should be heading for the good of not just their members, but for shooting sports as a whole, which I think was an absolutely fantastic thing to see. And they've released some of the early results, and interestingly, now bearing in mind a bit of backstory to this as well, is that I've obviously had a lot of contact with BASC over the previous month or so, and one of the things that I found absolutely amazing about their decision to remove legal expenses insurance was the fact that they said that we only put it in the magazine because the magazine is what it's the only medium that goes out to all members. And I said, well, what about email? And they said, well, 80% of our membership is on email, but maybe for, say, the older generation of shooters, they're not so hot on all this social media or hot on all this email malarkey. And I said, well, still 80% of your membership is still a pretty good chunk. Again, why didn't you send it with the magazine? Why didn't you use social media as much as you could?
The reality is they were trying to bury it.
Yeah, they were just trying to slip it under the radar, and well, I stopped that. And interestingly, the most interesting point from this NSRA survey, is the number of responses by age range, right? And by about 4 times as much as any other age group, it is the 56 to 74 age bracket. So the highest one next to 56 to 74 is 400 responses, just over 400, and the 56 to 74 is nearly at 1,600 responses. So, like a significant, and even down in like the 14 to 18 and 19 to 21s, they're the smallest amount of responses. And this survey has only been pushed, as far as I've seen, on their website, via email and via social media. So BASC sort of claim that certain groups of membership won't be online or using social media, I think has been blown literally sky high by this
lies have been exposed.
Yeah, and I just find it so, don't write off the older generation of shooters. They are very much online, they are very much being responsive.
And they can see the shit you're trying to pull.
Yes. So I just found that absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
You would, maybe there has been some sort of paper surveys.
I think Gunplan should be paying you a commission, by the way.
Yeah.
The amount.
They definitely should. My contact details are in the description below. I take card, check, or bank transfer. Or in Connors' case, Pepsi Max.
We'll accept payment in Pepsi Max.
What would you do for a lifetime supply of Pepsi Max? Or what wouldn't you do? What is your limit on that one?
Don't think it's safe to say on camera.
Yeah.
Knowing the thoughts of the various people who watch these streams.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Come on, guys. 4 minutes to go. 22 likes.
No.
We could do this. If you hate Callum, hit the like button.
No. Daniel Smerrill saying Yodel yeeted a £1,000 camera over a fence at work.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the service you will get from Yodel. Full yeetness. That is absolutely sure. I'm gonna finish off on a couple. So if you've got any last minute questions, last minute topics or questions, get them in now.
Stephen, he won't steal my Pepsi because I have another.
And
I will destroy you.
So
Cat's joined the stream a little late. Sorry, Nala's locked up in the container. She won't be coming out.
she's fast asleep.
Yeah.
The Target Shooting Show. Unfortunately, we've had it. This is an English shooting exclusive here. We come live.
A Conners shooting exclusive.
We're not at 1,000 yet, mate. So the Target Shooting Show, there will be a press release in the next day or so. Unfortunately, the Target Shooting Show will not be going ahead this year. We are incredibly sad. We absolutely loved it last year.
Definitely. Well, I don't know. I really enjoyed the Northern Shooting Show, but I think I enjoyed the Target Shooting Show more.
Well, the thing is about the Target Shooting Show, it's more focused on practical and the disciplines.
Probably why I enjoyed it more.
Yeah.
But then saying that, Paul at the Northern Shooting Show made extra special to have like a practical shooting
area
zone.
Yeah. I seriously, if someone said to me you can only go to one show, I don't know, out of say the Target Shooting Show, Northern Shooting Show and British Shooting Show, I literally don't know what I'd pick. I love that they're all very different. I love them all for different reasons, but I love attending those shows. It's the highlight of the shooting calendars for me. So it's unfortunate that the Target Shooting Show has been cancelled, but rough with the smooth, the Northern Shooting Show is going ahead in May. That's been 100% confirmed. Mm-hmm. There have been some rumours flying around that apparently the Northern Shooting Show has gone bust. This is not the case. We are in regular contact with Paul and Richard who run the show. They've had to do some company structure readjustment, which means that one of the companies that they run that is involved in the shows, they've closed down. But people that have already paid for stands, that have paid their deposits, that's not gone anywhere. You still have your space. The show is still going ahead. No one's going to be left high and dry. They've just had to restructure. And actually, at the end of the day, with everything that's gone on in the entertainment market, entertainment business over the last few months, a bit of company restructuring is probably like getting off lightly, because these shows, there's hundreds, if not millions, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds involved. And that business has taken a big hit. So, they're still stronger than ever. It's still 100% going ahead. It's going to be at the Yorkshire Event Centre up by, what's it? It begins with H. Harrogate, that's the one. Same place as always. And again, we will be there in May. I don't know about the British Shooting Show. I haven't seen anything to say that it's not going to go ahead. So roll on the British Shooting Show now. That's probably going to be the first show that we go to from, what was the last show? Well, it's going to be British Shooting Show to British Shooting Show, isn't it? It's going to be a year between shows, which is a real shame. Of course, stuff like the Game Fair's been cancelled and all of those, and the Countryman Show. So, yeah, basically write off 2020 for shows and, roll on 2021. Any last minute questions? Anything you guys want to talk about?
There's something about Pepsi Wars. Richard Weston, what have you missed? Apart from the Pepsi Wars and queries about being cancelled, more Pepsi Wars, make sure to drop a like on the stream. No, we're back. It's all good. Callum was,
I think Alex just nodded off on the keyboard there.
Alex is done.
Or that was a really big hint, like, come on guys, come on. Like,
I was actually about to do that on the screen. Oh, okay. But anyway, time to wrap up.
Well, just a real quick one.
See you guys at the Masters. Bring your A game. We don't have an A game.
No, I'll be too busy filming, trying to not embarrass myself. But we are very much the British Masters is probably going to be like one of, if not the only competition, certainly that I'm going to be doing this year. So very much looking forward to it. I hope I don't get DQ'd on it. That would just be my luck. Someone asked about how much the ghost belts are. From memory, I think they're about 35-40 quid,
which is pretty cheap for that style of belt.
It is,
pretty high quality.
If you want to go full on Gucci, then have a look at the Double Alpha 2-part belts, firing solutions. Check those guys out. We know Tim, who runs that very, very well.
He can sort you out with a good belt.
He will hook you up.
But Richard, the reason why there's 79 likes, we've been trying to get to 100 likes on this stream to get Callum to disappear because everyone hates Callum. So make sure to drop a like if you hate Callum.
And on that note, we're going to wrap it up. So thanks guys. Make sure you leave a like before you leave, you bastards. So obviously I'm not welcome.
80.
Oh Jesus!
Richard just pressed like 82. 82.
Oh. But anyway, so yeah, whatever. I'm going home now anyway. So hit as many like buttons as you want. But yeah, thanks for joining. We hope you've enjoyed the stream. Of course, we do this every single Thursday at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed this one, well, you can watch it on catch up. You know, it will be live later on today.
If they missed it, would they be watching right now to hear you say that?
They will. Inception.
Would they?
Maybe.
Okay.
It doesn't just disappear.
No, I know, but then they're already watching it if they heard you say that. But the people you're saying it to now have been watching the stream.
Divide by 0. But anyway, so it will be 7:30 next Thursday here in the Blue Fieldsports gun room. Thank you to Alex for running the stream and being the voice of God, and
only falling asleep once at the laptop.
So minor technical difficulties, and of course for Conners for joining me as well and trying to take over my channel. There we go.
It's not going to be the last you hear.
No. Remember, 1,000 likes on this video,
and we rename it Conners Shooting.
Yes.
Going to be great.
Yes, but there we go, guys. Thank you very much for joining, and as always, we hope to see you soon.
Bye.